through the Bible. Looking at another through the Bible. Uh, we're going through the book of Proverbs in 1 month, 31 days in January, and 31 books in the book of Proverbs. All right, now we're up to day 12, chapter 12, and there's something you're going to notice about these books, about the book of Proverbs. It's basically a book of contrasts. And like I said in one of my very first messages, that contrasts are used to really draw out the differences in something. If you're a really good painter, you know the use of contrast. You'll have really deep darks next to really bright whites. In the book of Proverbs, you have these little contrasts where it'll show the different results in the godly and in the wicked, in the lazy and in the diligent, in the lying and those that tell the truth. So without any further ado, let's just get right into the book of Proverbs. And really what I want you to take away from chapter 12 is all the benefits of godliness. Because, as we go through, we'll see that the godly are rooted. We'll see that, they're not removed from the land. There's just so many good things for them. But all right, Proverbs chapter 12, verse 1. To learn, you must love discipline. It is stupid to hate correction. The Lord approves those who are good, but he condemns those who plan wickedness. See, there you have that in one verse. It's got God approving those who do good, and then it shows condemning those who plan wickedness. Wickedness never brings stability, but the godly have deep roots. So there you see the deep contrast. In wickedness, you're always unstable. I mean, let's just give a quick example. You see a meth addict. Do you think that's a stable life, living that? Scrapping metal to sell it to buy meth, or or selling drugs. You think that's a stable life? Or the life of an alcoholic. You think that's stable? It's not. But it says, but the godly have deep roots. So right there's, so far we got two blessings on those who are good. We got God, the Lord approves you. The Lord approves those who are good. And then the next one we have the godly have deep roots. And that's what everybody wants in life, deep roots, stability. So if you're godly, you have that. A worthy wife is a crown of her husband, but a disgraceful woman is like cancer in his bones. Now, you ever get a picture of a guy who's hanging around his wife and she's flirting with everyone in the party and she's wasted, drunk? That's like rottenness in your bones, or you got to go, call a babysitter and go out and look for your wife and bring her back out of the bars or whatever. That's just cancer in your bones. But a godly wife, a worthy wife, is the crown of her husband, right? The plans of the godly are just. The advice of the wicked is treacherous. The words of the wicked are like a murderous ambush, but the words of the godly save lives. The wicked die and disappear, but the family of the godly stands firm. So every verse is like a contrast. It's a type of poetry. A sensible person wins admiration, but a warped mind is despised. Better to be an ordinary person with a servant than to be self-important and have no food. There's one translation that says it's better to be slighted and have a servant than to be self-important and starve. So it's better to be slighted and have a servant than to be self-important and have no food. And basically, sometimes it's better to just put up with people or someone, even if they insult you, and still have someone to work with. Or in this case, this person, could fire this person who slights them or disrespects them or whatever, but then they wouldn't have a servant. They wouldn't have any food. So it's better to be slighted and have a servant than to be self-important, like, I don't need any of you. And it's the same way in our lives. If we started getting rid of all of our friends, everybody in our lives, due to their imperfections, we wouldn't have anybody. So it's talking against being self-important, thinking you're so good you can't hang out with that one, or be friends with this one, or you're too good for that one, and you just start getting rid of everyone in your life. Pretty soon you don't have any friends, because no one is perfect. So it's better sometimes to just take an insult, look the other way, and still have someone to work with or complete a project with. All right? So one more time, it's better is an ordinary person or a slighted person with a servant than to be self-important but have no food. The godly care for their animals. You know, it's interesting. In the world we live in right now, you have far left like liberals that are all about nature and the environment and animals and the plants and the trees. And then they have a thing about Christians and people on the right, so to speak, conservative people that, oh, they don't care about animals, they don't care about plants. The Bible is full of verses, of being tender, having, the godly cares for their animals. And God, what was his first commandment? He put them in the garden and he said, tend and keep it. Take care of what I've given you, take good care of it. And you want to know the funny thing? Is that many far left, liberal-minded, or just far left people will say, hey, let's save the whales, let's make a lot of state parks, but let's kill the babies in the womb. Is that twisted dementia type thinking when you care more about putting aside a land reserve than you do for a little baby developing in a womb? So let's balance it out. Let's get some of the people on the far environmental side to also respect the life inside the womb, because the little baby developing in the womb is 1,000,000 times more important than thousands of acres of land. So really, we must have our perspective clear. All right, next verse. Thieves are jealous of each other's, Proverbs 12, verse 10. The godly care for their animals, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. A hard worker has plenty of food. There we go, a hard worker. So all you people who like to tell people, hey, the Bible helps them, God helps them help themselves. Excuse me. A hard worker has plenty of food, but a person who chases vanity and fantasies has no sense. So there it is again in the Bible. Diligence, hard work. Earlier on we studied the ants. Okay, Proverbs 12 verse 12. Thieves are jealous of each other's loot, but the godly are well rooted and bear their own fruit. So there we go again. The godly are well rooted. They bear their own fruit. The wicked are trapped by their own words, but the godly escape such trouble. So it's showing all these benefits of godliness, and the exact opposite is the horrible results of being wicked. When you're wicked, your own words trap you. How many people tell their young children, don't lie, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and it'll trap you, right? But when you're godly and you tell the truth, you escape such trouble and problems. Wise words bring many benefits, and hard work brings rewards. So there it is again. The Bible again encourages hard work. I've heard it twice already in this verse, maybe 3 times. Chapter 12, verse 15. Fools think their own way is right, but the wise listen to others. A fool is quick-tempered, but a wise person stays calm when insulted. A fool is quick-tempered and answers right back, but a wise person overlooks insults. It's a sign of a very wise person when they can be insulted and not jump right back down someone's throat. They can kind of just take it, overlook the offense, and move on. And I pray that all of us can do that in 2016. And that can be a resolution, that we cannot jump right back at people when we're slighted, but we can be wise and overlook being insulted. Chapter 12, verse 17. An honest witness tells the truth. A false witness tells lies. Some people make cutting remarks, but the words of the wise bring healing. So let's do that. Let's use our words not to bring cutting remarks and tear people down, but let's use our words to build people up, to bring healing. A truthful word stands the test of time, but lies are soon exposed. Deceit fills the hearts of those that are plotting evil, but joy fills the hearts of those planning peace. Here's another benefit of godliness. No harm comes to the godly, but the wicked have their fill of trouble. The Lord detests lying lips, but he delights in those who tell the truth. The wise don't make a show of their knowledge, but fools broadcast their foolishness. Work hard and become a leader. Be lazy and become a slave. Be put to forced labor. Worry weighs down a person, but an encouraging word cheers someone up. The godly give good advice to their friends. The wicked lead them astray. Yeah, why don't you cheat on your wife? That's a great idea. Yeah, go ahead, go steal that thing. So listen, the godly give good advice to their friends. No, don't cheat on your wife no matter what. That girl's not worth it. No, go put it back. Don't steal. That's wrong. The godly give good advice to their friends. So let's be that way. Let's be the godly giving good advice. Lazy people don't even cook the game they catch, but the diligent make use of everything they find. The way of the godly leads to life. That path does not lead to death. Okay, so let's just recap. Number one, in this chapter, I think we heard hard work mentioned 3 or 4 times. Hard work, they make use of everything they have. But the lazy are so, they shoot and kill a deer and they don't even drag it back and clean it and dress it. But the opposite, a hard worker person, they shoot a deer and they make use of everything. You know, they always claim that about the Indians, that they would make use and let nothing go to waste. And that was something that people always kind of bragged at about them. But you in your life, don't let any little resource you have go to waste. Make use of everything. Be a hard worker. And all you people that love that saying, the Lord helps them that help themselves. It's not in the Bible, but its premise is over and over. Hard work, hard work, hard work. Work hard and become a leader. Be lazy, become a slave. Lazy people don't even cook the game they catch, but the diligent make use of everything. Hard worker has plenty of food. So we see hard workers have plenty of food. Hard work leads to leadership. So all these things in here over and over, this chapter basically brings out all the blessings, highlights all the blessings of hard work. It highlights blessings in being godly. You'll be rooted. Your words will save lives. The family of the godly will stand firm. So we found a couple things that stood out to me in here is that no harm comes to the godly. So really, the key to having a great, successful life is strive to be godly. Strive to be a hard worker. Avoid everything evil and wicked, lies, deceit, laziness. Don't insult people right back when they offend you. So this chapter 12 has been a real powerhouse of a lot of wise sayings. So I hope that all these sayings in chapter 12 go deep down into your spirit and that you'll carry them around with you all day. And so we can just get good words and be cheered up by them. Know that God's on your side. He's going to plant you. He's going to protect you. No harm's going to come to your family. And he's just going to bless you in all your ways as you are godly. So take away from this, don't worry. Don't be lazy. And be diligent. Use your words to heal people and build them up. So that's basically Proverbs chapter 12. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you on the next Through the Bible.